Hello, hello. Welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. On today's episode, the new birtherism. VP Huckasanders. And the question I mentioned at the beginning of yesterday, but I didn't get to, is there a chance Clarence Thomas may finally be facing some repercussions for his actions? Please, oh please. Anyway, hello. So welcome. Just making sure that's set up properly. We have a ton of questions today that came from you. And what I don't cover, I will roll over to tomorrow, but just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have got epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a great community here, a fantastic community here because of you. You have been so kind to each other. You've been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamp them as I go. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in or watch back on like 1.25 speed or something like that. I do that a lot on YouTube. So we're trying a couple of things a little differently today. Just doing a little testing of things. The sound issue with shuffling and this standing desk that I use, it creaks. And so anyway, I have some new little fleece blankies. So I grabbed one and I'm going to try doing this today to see if this helps with any of the creaking or the shuffling problem kind of stuff. So hopefully you just get some shuffling noise and not as much other stuff. Oh, thank you. I know some people like the shuffling, but it was this standing desk. It was using the surface of the top of the standing desk was working like a soundboard for the vibration. It was anyway. Cherry Bomb, yes. Abraham Lincoln, yes. I love this because the look on this cat's face. Oh my gosh, thank you, Isabel. Thank you. Thank you. It really helps. This is we need a pause in the we need a pause on this clause. We need a pause on the clause. Because that is the look of yikes. What did you write here? What is this? I love that expression. What was I laying on here? What are you thinking? Anyway. Oh, Lady Eva, I thought it was Alexander Hamilcat. Alexander Hamilcat. Oh, thank you. And I'm glad you guys like the sweater. Thank you. So, yeah, just kind of normal. Anyway, so let's get to the oh gosh, it isn't even deplorables. It's this point with Trump. It's just vile scum of the earth, you know. So at 4 minutes in, so let's just cover this. So if anybody, I hope you don't have anybody in your life who would bring this up, but if they do, I would like you to have a simple fact to bring out to share. And I've decided I'm going to make more use of my real estate for graphics to make certain points, probably many points, but we're going to start with one today because Dumpy, his new thing against Nikki Haley is she's not sufficiently American because, of course, to him, you know, oh my gosh, she's not white and male, and most importantly, him. So as far as Trump is concerned, pretty much he's an American and everybody else, his family, they're American, but everybody else remains to be seen. That's narcissism for you. So his thing right now with Nikki Haley is, he's not trying to say she wasn't born here, but her parents weren't born in this country. Whoop-de-doo. That doesn't mean anything. But he's trying to make a big deal of it. Her parents weren't born in this country. And he's trying to use her birth name. You can go by whatever name you want to. But no, he's trying to make a deal of it. All right. I would like to point something out, and I would like you to be aware of something, that if anybody says anything around you about this, that you can point out. Ding. In a place, I believe it's known as the Outer Hebrides, the string of islands off the northwestern coast of Scotland. Yes, there is a little village, the village of Tong, on the Isle of Lewis, in Scotland, in the UK, which is where Donald Trump's mother was born. So, just want to point that out to you in case Ted Cruz tried to bring this up, but it fell flat because he's sniveling Ted Cruz. So, next time Trump's trying to make this argument, just okay. But the question is, will the new birtherism work for Trump? Ugh, it makes my skin crawl. Nikki Rigel says Trump's grandparents weren't born here. True, his mother wasn't either. So, Bomb says it's just a stupid cycle. As soon as he can't beat them, they're ineligible. Well, he's going to come up with any kind of gross, disgusting. I'd you know, his mother's maiden name was McLeod, and I just thought, so she was of the Clan McLeod, and now he's of the Clan Clux, Clan Coup. That's about right. So is the new oh, my skin is crawling. Is the new birtherism going to gain traction? Nine of Swords. He's desperate. Desperate. Yes, and the mother of Stephanie Martin, and was pointing out, and the mother of most of his children were born where? But they're not running, and of course it's different because this is not based in reality. This is, it would be great if every time he said something that was this birtherism garbage, that the people he was talking to would call him out on it and say, your mother was born in Scotland. So aren't you, that would make you ineligible. But really, I made the graphic. I took the time to make the graphic, get the map, get the whole thing, put it together, because it's the other people who we might have a chance of pointing out facts to here and there. But changing what he's thinking, what he's saying, no. The man lies like a rug. He lies like a rug, like a carpet, like wall to wall. It's just wall to wall lies. Deep pile. Piles of, yeah. Anyway, King of Wands, Hierophant, Chariot, Four of Wands and Two of Swords. He's, my gosh. Patriarchy. He's the center. Privilege, entitlement. And of course, I think it's hard, especially for younger people today, to really understand. I mean, we have sexism today, don't we just? But I don't think younger people realize just how heinous it was. I mean, for example, I mean, this is just one example out of many. If you watch the early seasons, and I mean seasons plural, of the Family Feud game show, the host of the show would kiss every single woman on the lips. And when you are around some men of a certain age, and you certainly go back and look, it was there things were accepted that today, no, you've come a long way, baby. Seriously. Richard Dawson, that was his name. Nikki Rigel, thank you. Cherry Bomb, yes, pulling a Dawson. Lydia, Richard Dawson. Yeah, it was gross. It's disgusting to watch. I went back for when I was doing the fundraiser for Kirsten Langston. I went back and because I did Tarot Family Feud, and I went back and looked at old episodes of Family Feud to give me ideas of kind of how to format things. Oh, it was vile. Anyway, so that's Trump. And that gave him power, and he feels so small and insignificant, and he's gotten away with so much. But the new birtherism, you know, I don't think she's going to do well, unless she can kind of rebound. Rebound once Trump is further legally held accountable for his actions. But you know, his base is going to vote for him, no matter how gross he is. So the birtherism, yeah. I mean, there was a point, it was adorable. Back in 2015, 2016 really, when the Trump would say things and the media would cover it as, boy, that was a dog whistle. That was a dog whistle to the racists. Dog whistle? That's adorable. At this point, he's just saying it out loud. Okay. M. Kelpie says it wasn't okay, but women were conditioned to tolerate it. Yeah. The people who at my when I worked at the bookstore, there were there were two instances I can remember clearly where complete strangers, my hair was loose, and complete strangers walked up behind me and just started running their fingers down through the length of my hair, from like starting up here down. You have such beautiful hair. And one was a woman and one was a man. But they were of a certain age, I guess. But gross. And it was so hard because I really needed that job. I really definitely needed that job. But the first thing that happened was my hand went into a fist. And then I just stopped myself. It was like, and just back up. Just turn around and back up. Laura Wagner says, as bad as getting your fanny padded because you're so sweet. Yes, Fanny. in America, that means your rear end. So I know that means something completely different in the UK, but ugh. Is birtherism going to work? Yes, but Raymond de Pascal says, Amber Alert, orange male, age 77, wandering around the country, still thinks he's president, senile, throws ketchup. Cute. CC Ryder says, I watched a 1935 Fred Astaire movie and was horrified at the sexism and gaslighting. A woman was harassed by a man, cop believed the man, and then the man showed up at her work. She complained and was fired. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Kathy Barber, are men trying to look up your skirt or down your blouse? Uh-huh. So it's disgusting. No, just no. And in some parts of the country, things haven't improved at all. Julie in Wisconsin, not a silver alert, but an orange alert. There we go. An orange alert. All right, at 16:25. There is a heinous human being named Viktor Orbán, who is he's the head of Hungary, I believe. And let me see. Yeah, he's a Hungarian lawyer and politician who's been prime minister since 2010. And yeah, it's not nice. Just trying to see if there was a you can look him up if you want to hear, but he's a strong man. It's why is Viktor Orbán popular? Why is Trump popular? Look, I understand, but yeah, he leads Hungary's National Conservative Party. So anyway, yes, visualize 70, the Hungarian menace. So Trump, and I saw this. I saw it, he gave it a speech, and he said, "There's a great man in Europe, Viktor Orbán. He's a very strong man. It's nice to have a strong man running your country." My question is, will the MAGAs start actually? If it isn't the MAGAs, will people who would have voted for Trump, will they finally start listening? Will it finally start twigging what he's actually saying? I mean, you would think going and talking to Kim Jong-un in person, we know that's awful, but I can understand why I don't agree with it, but I could understand how maybe you could spin some of that to what's the harm in talk. I know, don't come for me. I'm just explaining the spin on this one thing, and then I'll keep on with what I was talking about. I can understand a certain, like, how some people would say, oh, well, what's the harm in talking to somebody face to face? Why shouldn't there be diplomacy? Okay, it's not actually diplomacy. Okay, but okay. All right, I can understand with low information voters. I can understand not everybody's a political not everybody's news junkies like we are. So I could, to a point, it's like, okay. But what Putin's doing, what all of these authoritarians are doing, and just ripping up all kinds of civil rights. Civil right? No. Are they going? The people who have voted for Trump, are they going to start? Is it going to start twigging? He's saying, oh, wait a minute. Because right now, there are a whole lot of people who, believe it or not, aren't paying attention. And they haven't actually listened to Trump in a while. They've heard about court cases in passing. But they're not really engaged yet. It's going to take a number of months as we get closer to Election Day in November. Oh boy. Oh, dumb as bricks. No, he just keeps throwing out this heinous stuff and just making MAGA people feel more picked on. They're the victims. They're always the victim, just like Trump is always the victim. Please. Walking away from democracy. I'm talking about them. We are not going to lose our democracy. I have never picked up on that. I do not believe it. We're going to lose our democracy. But these idiots, oh yeah. And yes, even some women saying, yes, please, take away my rights. Absolutely. Leave my other children motherless. Sure. For a far-right victory. I don't understand them. I can't. I've tried. But yeah. Glenna Miles says Germany's having a huge anti-far right protests. Go Germany. Germany's having huge anti-far right protests right now against the very things Trump praises Orbán for. Yep. Lois McDonald says the love of power is more important to Trump. Yes. So, Yes, CC Ryder. Remember the photo of the two men wearing the "I'd rather be Russian than vote for a Democrat" years ago? And oh yeah, oh absolutely. Just anyway, all right. So, just want to remind you all that we're still on Goron watch because the Letitia James fraud trial against Grift Co. and the Griftlings, we're waiting on the final penalty decisions by Judge Ngoron. So just to remind you that Pluto and the sun, but Pluto moved into Aquarius yesterday. And so we're going back into when Pluto's in Aquarius, it has not gone well for Dumpy. So, meanwhile, at 23:30. Okay, what happened here? Something. Okay, sorry, at 24. Yeah, this week, let's keep an eye out for Ngoron. His final ruling could be good. But Harry Litman, I'm guessing this is Twitter X. Place your bets on whether Trump will testify in the E. Jean Carroll case tomorrow. I bet no for all the usual reasons. And now I think there's a new one. His deteriorating cognition is becoming a campaign issue, and Carroll's lawyer, Robbie Kaplan, could tie him in knots. So, place your bets in the chat comments. What do you think? You think he's going to, think Dumpy's going to testify tomorrow? Michael Hill says, I bet no too. Cherry Bomb says no because Robbie Kaplan set a trap. Coward. Just kidding. Coward. Isabel Moss says, I bet he doesn't even show up. No matter what happens, he's going to say that he won and it's unfair. And his idiots are going to believe him. Tiger Sephorley says no. JR says no. Janelle Espinoza says he has no defense. Well, yeah, but when has that ever stopped him? Michelle Sutherland says no. It's his usual MO. He would be very much opening himself up to being asked a few little questions. Star, Six of Swords, Lovers, in this case, not in a good way. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Basically, what this says is he's a star. He needs to raise money. He's in desperate financial shape, and he needs to be elsewhere. So if he doesn't give this more, if it doesn't get more attention, and he just is supposed to pay more money, then he can just go out on the campaign trail, talk about what a victim he is, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Yes, Cindy, exactly. But he has a pretty attorney. CC Ryder says innocent people testify. So, nope. Bev Graff says no. Yeah. So, yeah. Now, here's the thing. I saw something in passing because there's a lot in the description box. There are a whole bunches of questions, and I looked some stuff up. There's some questions I didn't grab out of the chat because I didn't have time to do enough research on them. I'm not the kind of person who wants to. I don't feel like I can understand an issue or interpret or think it through. I want to come from a position of knowledge, and then I use my spirituality to see if there's some way that I can read on the collective energy and see if I can get some sense of to fill in the gaps. But I've made it very clear from the beginning, nobody who does this is 100%. This is a spiritual practice. And I happen to use it with politics because I know people are really stressed about it. I know I get stressed about politics. And it's good to come together and go over the stories. And a lot of you have similar spiritual beliefs to mine, which is why we have a great community, because you're kind, and it's huge. Thank you. So anyway, but there's so much here. But I thought I saw something. I thought I saw something that said that E. Jean Carroll either is or is going to bring up, like, sue him again or add to things for what he said, the way he continues to defame her. And the comments he said when he came out of the courtroom on the 17th, I want to say. CC Ryder says there's no cap on punitive damages. The jury could award $100 million plus $100 million. Yes, Raymond. E. Jean Carroll grabbed him by the wallet. Oh, I could say something so rude right now. I will not. I will pass. But, I'm thinking it. All right. So, is she going to... So, is she going to sue him again for further stupidity on his part. Oops. Oh, that just went flying. Kind of hanged man. Yeah. Trump. I'm not here to give you any good advice, but if I were, I would say, be quiet. Don't start nothing. Won't be nothing. Mike Hughes says, I thought she already was. It could be. Like I said, I saw a headline in passing, but I'm not exactly sure. Queen of Pentacles, she just you want to just give her your account number and PIN number, Trump, and she can just help herself. Just... Oh, hello, Sherry. Wheel of Fortune. Tradition, not tradition, definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result over and over and over, because his narcissism won't let him do anything else. So his communication's right there. She's using higher wisdom and she's standing up to him. And she unfortunately ends up having to relive his grossness, which is just brutal. Just brutal. But card this thing right here. Mo money. So oh, thank you, Phyllis. That's very sweet. Thank you for being here. Joyce Matthews says he won't pay. I want to say that he had to put the $5 million in escrow in order to appeal. Is that did I, like I said, there's a fire hose of news every day. So, all right, let's move on to, okay. Sharon Rice had a question about this. Kevin Waggy, correct. Okay, thank you. Janelle Espinosa, yes, exactly. Mary Smith, read that also. Okay. At 33 minutes in, Sharon Rice had a question, and so I did go have a look to find out what was going on. Now, Meet the Press this morning. Now, I didn't see Meet the Press. I went and researched because there were multiple articles written about this. So I looked through multiple articles. I didn't see the original Meet the Press. My opinion of Meet the Press couldn't be much lower. You know, between Chuck Todd and then interviewing Trump, just the worst journalism. I mean, you'd say, well, no, Fox News would be the worst journalism, or Newsmax, but those aren't journalists. It's not journalism. And they've gone to court and said, no, we're not journalists. This is just entertainment. So I'm not counting them. I'm talking about people who say they are journalists. Meet the Press. Let's just say I'm not a fan and not impressed. So I'm not entirely surprised if this is the case that per Meet the Press this morning, New Hampshire forgot to put President Biden on their ballot. How much legal trouble is coming at them for their retaliation? And will the write-in of Joseph Biden bring out every single darned registered Democrat voter? Okay, I went and looked this up. Okay, and I found this quote that I edited down so to give the best information I could find. 21 Democratic candidates will appear on the New Hampshire primary ballot on Tuesday. Why? 21 people running in the New Hampshire primary. Hi. What are you doing? What are you doing? Do you want to hand things over to Trump? Do you want to live in an authoritarian society? You're a Democrat. You should know better. Anyway, 21 Democratic candidates will appear on the New Hampshire primary ballot on Tuesday, but incumbent President Joe Biden isn't one of them. Why? It's all about a change to the Democratic National Committee's rules that made South Carolina, not New Hampshire, the first official primary of the Democratic presidential nominating cycle. Because the New Hampshire primary is non-compliant with new DNC rules, the National Party deemed the contest, quote, meaningless, unquote. The winner next Tuesday will be in name only, walking away with no delegates to the convention in August. That's why he's not on the primary ballot there. So I'm just gonna have a quick look. Oh, somebody downstairs. Are those pancakes? Oh man, that smells good. But of course they won't be vegan. It smells so good. Anyway, all right. So, so New Hampshire, Democratic Party, you're running a primary, despite the fact that you're not going to get, because you want to be early and you're not compliant with DNC. None of this is going to count, and you're still going through with it. Aren't there more productive ways to get yourself higher on the Four of Swords? Crickets. Nil point. Kelly says, then why bother? Yes. Julie Wisconsin says, it's not easy being green. Being vegan? Yeah. No, New Hampshire, it's all about the Republicans. It's all about the Republican primary. Just dumpy. Yeah, it's yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, I don't think New Hampshire needs to worry. No, not in New Hampshire. I don't think Biden needs to worry about New Hampshire. It's good. It's got this usually the guy sitting here in front and all the cops are arrayed behind him just so. Yeah, it's Biden's. He's fine. This is going to be about the far right. This is going to be about Dumpy, Nikki Haley, and Trump. Ooh. She might have a little bit more success. I don't know that she'll beat him, but I'm getting she a little bit more success than people are expecting from her. But yeah, this idea of not attacking Trump because you don't want to alienate his base. Why are you sucking up to these people? Have you lost your mind? Oh, that's right. Yes, you worked for him. Sanders says Biden is smart. He knows he's good. Yes. Hilda Flores says Biden doesn't need them. Yep. All right. Tuxedo Cat says, hey, I'm trying to diet here. I understand. I can't even eat. I have to smell them and I can't even eat them. I can't even, go down and please, may I have a pancake? No, I'll have to see if I can make. I do have a waffle maker now, an electric waffle maker. Anyway, all right. All right, Michelle L, the wonderful Michelle, at 40 minutes in, had a question today. Don't forget on politizoom.com, politizoom.com. Michelle has a weekly column called Fur Kids. And it is the most adorable thing you've seen ever. So I highly recommend Fur Kids over on politizoom.com. And Michelle also has written some great, very thoughtful articles, political articles. She is a lovely Australian woman who knows more about American politics than I ever will. It's amazing. She's just on it. It's amazing. So anyway, moving on. Michelle had a question. I better make this 41. Have any House or Senate Republicans received target letters from Jack Smith's team? Either one. We're not picky. Where are the kitties? Hilda's asking, where are the kitties, Autumn? Well, there's a tail. You can see a tail. That's about it. All right, but if any of the House or Senate Republicans received target letters from Jack Smith? Please let that be a yes. It's just a card for the reading, alas, but... Three of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Moon, Judgment, Eight of Wands. Oh, lucky girl, hello. And Michelle put the link to today's column every Sunday. Anyway, so have any House or Senate Republicans received target letters from Jack Smith's team? They're kind of waiting. Now, are they going to be upset in future? Yeah, there's howling at the moon here. There's massive, major arcana judgment here. And then on the right, they'll just start yelling and scattering and, doing their thing. But right now, we're not really celebrating, but we know Jack is there. We know he's working. We know he pulls no punches legally. And yeah. But they're just waiting. But it's coming. That's what I'm getting. I don't know what that refers to, Joanne. I'm sorry. So, Janelle Espinoza says, Jim Jordan's dying to know what the DOJ has. Yeah, well, Jimmy Jim can go whistle. Jim Jordan, get stuffed. 4340. Okay. Kristen from Uncover the News has brought some great questions. Thank you. 43. Okay. Jim Jordan and Ted Cruz at risk if the Supreme Court says Trump is an insurrectionist, says an analyst. Now, will the Supreme Court actually say Trump is an insurrectionist? That's the thing. Oh, Veronica Johannes, beautiful honey crisp apple for breakfast. So, Supreme Court, are you really going to say Trump is an insurrectionist? Well, people on January 6th, they said they were following him, and there are many of them in prison. And I don't know exactly which case this would this refer to Judge Chutkan in D.C., I'm guessing that is what... Is this Trump asking for immunity from the Supreme Court? I don't like this. I don't like how it ends. Because there's judgment here, not justice. And this is on the right, the dynasty and the Khan going forward. They're feeling beaten up now. They're important. The higher ups in the insurrection, they're worried, but this judgment does not lead to anything bad there. All right, let me pull 3 cards for Jimmy Jim and 3 cards. I'll do Jimmy Jim here, and I'll do 3 cards for Sniveling Ted here. All right, Sniveling Ted. Are you in legal risk for January 6th? Jimmy Jim. Are you basically not? Are you a risk? Are you going to get into trouble? Oh, Jimmy Jim. Okay. Oh boy. Hello. Evidence. This is my card of collecting evidence. Okay. Sniveling Ted. Well, January 6th was a mess. Well, let's put it this way. He may be held accountable for something on January 6th, but not for being the mastermind. Yeah, it didn't exactly hinge on his intellect and charisma. And that's a weak sniveling defense. But there's some potential. Jimmy Jim. King of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. Pretending he's sitting pretty for the far right victory. But the card for the reading, why have I got a world card? Why have I got a world card with this? If I just took those 3 cards on their face value, it would say that Jimmy Jim's delusions will bear fruit, that he'll just keep on keeping on. But Jimmy Jim Jordan, are you going to be in trouble for your role on January 6th? CC Ryder says Ted Cruz is on tape planning the coup before January 6th. Oh yeah, when he was talking to Bartiromo. Oh my gosh, I cannot stand that woman. Maria Bartiromo. Talk about dumb as bricks. Before, I will never forget the her on whatever news financial channel she was working on in 2008 and just before 2008 with the whole housing crash and all of that. And all these companies were lying about how good things were going because they weren't, because everything was about to crash. But they'd tell her, and she literally stood there talking to one that they were actually standing somewhere. And she said, I just keep hearing that from all of the CEOs, all the CEOs I talk to, that everything's just great. Everything's going great. I'm sorry. Are you? I can't tell if you are just that self-centered, you are willfully being dumb, or if you really are dumb as a brick. but good with numbers. So I don't. Six of Cups. And Jimmy Jim. Oh, wow. He thinks he can pull a rap out of the hat. I'm in head of the which committee? I can't remember off the top of my head. He's the head of the committee, and he's going to go after Hunter Biden and blah 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 blah. Yeah, not so much. It's not going to actually go well. That's a lot of worry. And it's funny when I get the Nine of Swords, which is the card of sleepless nights and worry, followed by the Temperance card, if this is a legal matter, where suddenly you've got a Temperance card. So either on a personal reading, it would be, I don't know, take a sleeping pill or something to help you relax and get some rest. But on a legal level, this would be flipping like a pancake. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. It's always the biggest bullies who turn out to be some of the biggest cowards. So, man of day. So, I think the sound's better today. I'll listen back, but this is doing. I think it's doing pretty well. I think it's helping. All right. Oh, three cards. He doesn't deserve more than that. 52 minutes in. DeSantis said to New Hampshire primary voters, "I'll bring live free or die motto to the White House." I don't want anyone to die. Is that really what you're... So he says, yes, it's not echoing the shuffle. Good. Janelle says it's good. Okay. All right. Well, might have to start using the blankie. Thing is, though, the way it's where it's sitting, and because the camera and what have you, it's like I'm looking over the fence. Hey, neighbor. Anyway. I don't... Okay. I've said something before. Apparently it doesn't matter. People are not listening. Anyway, whatever. Okay, DeSantis. Hermit. Yeah, it's not going well for you. Four of Cups. Tower. Queen of Cups. Yeah, he You're the old talking, the old saying about the milk of human kindness. Yeah, I think Ron DeSantis is going to die of thirst. He has none to give, and he doesn't know how to take any. So, and we're going to watch this collapse, political collapse. Cherry Bomb says, wait, he means Live Free or Die Hard, the movie. Look, I might be alone, but I liked that movie. But then again, I thought Justin Long did a great job. I thought Timothy Oliphant, I'll watch anything Timothy Oliphant's in. The whole thing was really good. I enjoyed it. But that's me. Not saying it was the best movie ever, but I enjoyed it. I've seen it several times. So, oh boy. So at 54:45, let's just say 55. Okay. Picture VP Huckasanders. Right now, she's the governor of Arkansas. And the best thing that could happen to the people of Arkansas is if she left the state. Michael Hill, yes. The more people get to know him, the more they're repulsed. Yes. M. Kelpie just loved Timothy Oliphant, Justified. Oh, that was so good. That was so good. The scene where it's been so long since I saw it. The dumb guy took him to court, and Timothy Oliphant's character, Raylan, the main character's banter. Yeah. He said he stole my kidneys. He said he thought he had 4 of them. It was very funny. The whole thing was very funny. And no, he didn't steal his kidneys. No. All right, fool. Wow, I'm actually getting that Huckasanders would actually. There's a part of me that actually wants to warn her not to do it. Why would I try to give her good advice? I like to help people, but let's just say she wouldn't want my help. So, King of Pentacles. Trump with her choosing him for VP. I've got King of Pentacles, a Tower. Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. How much money can she bring in for him? Because right now, I believe he cares a lot more about money than he does about. I mean, he desperately wants to win the presidency. He thinks that's the only thing that could save him from being held accountable. But yeah, I'm getting a. Here's the thing. I'm not sure he's going to choose one. It kind of goes back and forth. He needs the money. And he doesn't need the evangelical vote because apparently they're falling all over themselves to support Trump. Are you kidding me? She's sitting pretty, though. Why would she want to take a job under Trump again? Because in her mind, she could just run herself. Governors become president all the time, or quite often. Meg Hughes says, I bet he wishes he could nominate himself. Raymond Pascal says, why would a dictator need a VP? Well, a smart one would. The way that Trump and Medvedev, whatever his name is, I never get his name right. But then again, I don't know, it's almost like he's not worth getting his name right. It's just awful. Terry Baum says, if she brings the lectern, I say pick her. Knight of Swords. Well, you'll notice right now, has anybody seen her on the campaign trail for him? Anybody? Because I haven't. Five of Wands, Queen of Swords, World. 10 of Wands, 3 of Swords. I don't think so. And I think she's going to have her own problems. She's got a good job. Why would she leave it? Trump's on a hard fade. And politically, he is on a hard fade. Some of the MAGAs just don't realize it. But she's got a job. That's what I'm getting. So, CC Ryder says Trump announced Pence on July 12th, 2016. So there's a lot of time before he has to announce. He may be convicted or too sick by then. True. True. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, I've been on for an hour. So this is my hour with you has concluded for today. But I am literally here every single day of the year. Every day. So it's Sunday. That means the Petty Boots Club is tonight. Whose channel are they going to be on tonight? It was Becca's recently, wasn't it? Not sure. Anyway, but the Petty Boots Club is tonight. Jen Lynn Tarot, House of Lenormand, Tarot's Apprentice, Johnny with Tarot's Apprentice. That's this evening. Jen Lynn's, thank you. Tonight on Jen Lynn Tarot at 7 p.m. Chicago time, because I'm in Chicago. It's 1:17 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock are my creative sprints. It's Sarah's day off, so but you're always welcome to work on your good stuff, your projects, go after your dreams. We just want to encourage you and give you some time and space to work so you're not alone. And this afternoon is also the third of Johnny from Tarot's Apprentice, his tarot class. The third one in this grouping is today. I want to say his next class is going to be in March. And other than that, yeah, I'll be right back here tomorrow. And I've just with Pluto and the Sun having just gone into Aquarius on yesterday, Saturday. This week feels like it's going to be, what do the kids say? Lit. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please hang in there. You're not alone. We are in this together, and there are good days ahead. All right. Take care. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. Bye.